What if the reason your content feels like a grind isn't because you're inconsistent, but because you don't have a purpose driving it? You don't need to outpost everyone else. You need to outstory them. Hi, I'm Daryn, a Writers Guild Award-winning creator and producer who helps creators turn their purpose into a binge-worthy channel so you can build the business that you want. But here is the problem. Creators have been taught to chase output, to post consistently, to follow trends, to copy what's already working. And yes, that might get you a couple of quick wins, but in the long run, it leads to burnout and it leads to sameness. Your content feels disconnected, you feel disconnected, and your audience can sense that. So the real question isn't, how do I post more? It's how do I make my content matter? Your purpose is the engine that makes content sustainable. Storytelling is not just a soft skill, it is the strategy. It's what creates differentiation and emotional resonance. Because when your audience feels your why, they stick around. They don't just consume your content, they connect with it. I want you to rethink storytelling. It is not just telling stories. It is not a nice to have skill. It is actually the foundation of your brand. And here's the best part. Storytelling isn't something you're either born with or not. It is a set of choices that you can make. Here are the 4 parts to building your storytelling strategy. 1, your backstory. It establishes your credibility and connection. Why are you doing this? People go to AI for quick answers now. They come to you for a human perspective. And your backstory is your trust builder. Now, if you don't have a backstory and you want help building your backstory, I've actually built a free 5-step backstory builder workbook that you can grab in my description. 2, a central conflict, the problem that you solve. No conflict, no story. Your purpose is powered by your backstory and by the conflict that you exist to solve. There are 2 types of conflict that I want you to think about. First, your overall channel conflict, and I recommend choosing from one of these 4 narratives: being in a life transition, battling an antagonist, solving a mystery, or being on a mission. Second, your video level conflict. You want to open each video stating a problem and then making a promise. What problem is my viewer facing and what promise am I delivering in this video? This is your hook. When you start with conflict, you don't just capture attention, you create investment. 3, your premise, which is your show, because I want you to think of your channel like a TV show. That's right, you're the main character, so bring some main character energy. You don't need to be a television showrunner, but you need to think like one. First, find a premise that's relatable, but also unique. What is your unique perspective? What is a unique skill? What is a unique challenge? Second, develop narrative arcs that create emotional payoffs. For example, on my channel, I weave in an arc of being a behind-the-scenes person who doesn't like talking about herself. Now, that is not the premise of my channel, but it is a narrative arc that I mention as I talk about different topics. So maybe for you, that is your cultural heritage, or that you live in a certain country, or that you're an overthinker or a procrastinator. These narrative arcs weave emotional connection into your brand. And if that is interesting to you, I would subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be doing a whole video just on this topic. Third, create content pillars aligned with your mission. These are like your A, B, and C storylines if we were creating our television show. So on my channel, this may be storytelling, editing, and producing your own show. For you, it might be planning for retirement, maybe a health-related transition or issue. Maybe it's marriage. This, my friend, is what makes your channel binge-worthy. People won't just want to watch one video, they want to watch the next episode. 4, Your voice and style, how you deliver it. Two directors could shoot the exact same script, let's say Greta Gerwig and Quentin Tarantino, and you would get two completely different movies. In fact, I actually want to see that happen because that would be awesome. And that, my friend, is called voice and style. Storytelling is your camera and editing choices. It is your art direction. It is your tone, even your filming location. So you need to stop thinking about these choices as just budgetary decisions or maybe time-related decisions, because they actually shape your storytelling. So I actually created a whole video on this topic. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you check it out. But to help with this, I recommend looking at 5 creator archetypes. They are the visionary, the underdog, the problem solver, the rebel, and the sage. And you want to find which one that resonates with you and build your style around that. And if you want an all-in-one storytelling toolkit that helps you build all of this, you can grab my leading character story kit, and the link will be in my description. So what does all of this get you? A clear purpose, which keeps you consistent without burning out. Emotional resonance, so that your audience feels invested. Unique authority, because no one can copy your purpose. And that is the secret to building a brand. So let me know in the comments, what is your deeper purpose behind your content? And if you want help defining your purpose and your storytelling style, I do offer one-on-one personalized coaching. So if that's interesting to you, you can check that out in my description. Until next time, keep creating and keep thinking like a showrunner.